for feedback.
Mm.
We need him on like a fucking
Retainer.
just like every week, just instant feedback.
Yeah.
Tell us what we did wrong. And everyone was saying, I think Isaac said to me as well. He said the cuts are good. They're just too aggressive.
That's the
Yeah. No, when the music goes in now.
softer.
Yeah, it needs to be softer, I think.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll sort that out during the week.
Gentle.
Do you think, I know, you're the one going to Europe this year. Do you think, hypothetically, if I went to Europe and you had to Barfly's HQ from home, you could do it? Do you reckon you could set all this up, Zoom me in, and get it all done from here?
Yeah. I think it would take me...
I could walk you through it.
I think it would take me a week or two to figure it out. Maybe I'd do a couple of practices.
Yeah.
Before. I'd probably need to borrow your laptop to do it.
Yeah. Well, I need mine to record over there.
We could switch. No, we can't switch laptops.
That'd just be chaos.
Yeah, look, I think it would be tricky. I think I'd figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have to develop my tech skills a little bit.
Yeah.
I do not have I'm not a very techie person, to be fair. Like, I can troubleshoot stuff, and if I have a problem with something tech related, I just look it up online and figure it out.
Yeah.
But I'm not nifty.
You're not savvy.
No, I'm not tech savvy at all. And I feel like I'm very behind the 8 ball in terms of tech savviness compared to people who have grown up with technology.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Comparably.
Yeah, for sure. I thought I was. Maybe that's just
You are. You're way more than me.
Yeah, but there's levels to it.
There is levels.
There's levels. I talk to Blav about stuff sometimes, and
he does work in IT also.
He does, but he jumps into a different language sometimes, and I'm like, whoa.
Different realm.
Yeah, he actually knows what RAM is. I'm like, I know it's in the computer.
Isn't it storage space or is it speed? Is it speed related? Is it both? RAM? I don't know.
How do we get here?
I don't know. I've got no clue what RAM is. But look, if we did need another head of tech on the podcast, I feel like it'd probably be good. We could get anyone who's just slightly better than me.
Yeah,
and they'd be able to do it.
Just the average person.
Yeah, just the normal. Yeah, pretty much.
All right, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Barflies podcast, episode 74 today. Did you wait till I started to clear your throat then?
Yeah, it didn't come about to me until you actually started talking.
Yeah.
Apologies.
That's all good.
I tried to move away.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Also, before we get into it, we've heard the feedback from the people. We know we have a problem with talking into the mics. It's a constant work in progress.
One worse than the other.
One more so.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
You with one of the better impressions of those clowns at festivals?
Okay.
Where and you put the ball into its mouth? Yeah.
Look, can't help it. I'm a bit fidgety sometimes.
You're a fidgety guy by nature.
Yeah. But we've added it to our, some of you may know, we have a bit of a list at the start of our notes, and it says, don't swear, don't say like. And now I've added today, stay still, talking to the mic.
Yeah.
Which I think is a healthy reminder. It's like what's it called? Like an affirmation?
Yeah, it's
when you say it to yourself before you do something.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I would say it so.
Okay, yeah. So I did my DDST before we started today.
Yep.
So this should be the most professional audio quality and delivery there's ever been of this podcast. And
obviously, with the highs the podcast has reached, it's easy to get complacent. But we like to stay humble.
Our video about headaches is still racking in numbers. I don't know. I am. I'm not complaining because it's given us a couple more followers and whatnot, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Very happy about that. But we did that, and then there was a video 2 weeks later, and it got 200 views. So we're just not sure.
You really can't pick it.
You simply can't pick it.
You really can't pick it.
There was one I thought that you posted was particularly funny. Like one of the funnier clips we posted, and it didn't get that many views. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Anyway, Alas,
Like, we didn't even think anything of the headache clip.
no. It was just dribbly.
Yeah, it's more for our mates more than anything.
Yeah. But look, we won't complain.
Fame's fame.
We cracked the US. We cracked the US with that one. So
Yeah, we did. We cracked the US.
What can we say?
Someone followed me last night from the US.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I assume from our video that got 200 views. It must have reached it as well. I don't know.
Barflies International.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of international.
Go on then. Oh, yes. I booked flights for Europe during the week.
Very nice. That kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, well, because I've
Don't you have uni?
No, I'm going in the uni break.
Nice.
Because I was being, as the French say, a little bitch and not booking it, taking my time,
Nice.
putting it off.
Yep.
So I was like, book it. Stop being, stop putting it off. What are you putting it off for? I was going on, blah, 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 head noise about it. It's like, book it, lock yourself in, jump in. So I'm happy, I'm keen. And now I booked it, I'm like, sweet. And then I realized, like, yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be over there. That's gonna be so fun. And people ask me, who are you going with? I'm pretty sure every second person I've talked to is also going to be there. So it's going to be a kind of, I'll see people when you're over there situation. We also figured out at work the other day that there's 11 of us from our work going to be there at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And we made a group chat. So hopefully it'd be funny if everyone could link up at one point in a city. So we'll see. But that would be quite fun.
What's on the cards?
In
Europe.
Itinerary-wise.
How's it shaping up?
I'm really keen to visit some family, visit some friends in Scotland and in London. So I'll probably do that for the start. Probably I don't know how long it's going to be, maybe, 10 days or whatever, kind of in between the two. Pardon me. And maybe longer. And then I really want to go to Slovenia. I don't know why. I'm just always had ever since when I started looking at places a while ago, or just looking at places in Europe to go, it just looks really really scenic, just cool.
Where is Slovenia?
It's in between Croatia, Hungary, and Italy. It's to the north. It's to the east.
The northwest.
It's to the east of Italy.
Yeah.
It's southwest of Hungary, and it's north of Croatia.
Yeah.
So it's quite small, but it looks stunning.
I think the boys are going to Bosnia. But they're going after you get back.
Yeah. And then I just want to hit a couple of hotspots, mate. Go a couple of the mains.
Yeah.
But not, funnily enough, I was about to say when in Rome, but I've actually got no real interest in going to Italy.
Apart
from the food.
I went to Italy.
Everyone just goes, yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. It's exactly what you'd expect.
I'd be keen to eat some good food there. That's about it. But
dude, you could
watch... see Pompeii. I've always, ever since I was a kid, I don't know why, but I've always really had I had this volcano. Yeah. So I was into it.
We went to Pompeii.
How was that?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. No, okay, nice.
You know what I mean? You could honestly, with the greatest respect to Italy, you could watch 4 Instagram reels and get your fix. And just be cool. There. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Maybe that's unfair.
Maybe that's unfair in Italy, one of the oldest cultures going around. More historic. Got a fair bit of...
Just be it's all right.
It's all right. Coming from a country that, invented the shoey.
Yeah.
And we're dissing, one of the great civilizations. But, I'm just not that fast.
And their cuisine is honestly the cornerstone of Australia.
Yeah, I love Italian food.
Pizza and pasta, dude, is 80% of the food we eat.
Yeah. So, look. Anyway, I'll probably pass. But, go to a couple of hotspots. Barcelona, Amsterdam, Berlin.
Run with the Bulls, maybe?
Maybe. I'm a bit of a cat, so I don't know about that. But if I'm there at the same time, I kind of guess you got to have a look at it.
Yeah. I would know. I was we were split when we went
to Europe.
Yeah. I was bullish on not doing it.
Pun intended.
I was I'm
pun intended. Yeah, nice.
Pun not intended. But I was adamant on not running with the Bulls. I just have no interest.
Yeah, I feel you watch a video and you go, wow, that looks kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I if you ended up being,
if you
only meters away from a bull, you'd be going, holy shit.
Even if you shoulder checked, dude, someone's called man on, and there's a bull 100 meters back, you're bricking it.
No, you're shitting the bed.
I'm trying to climb the fence, I reckon.
People getting absolutely skewered by bulls though is the footage of that is crazy when you see them get picked up and
Flung.
thrown or like impaled even.
And generally speaking, I feel like if that has happened to you, you deserve it for getting.
Well,
that
I mean, it
close.
comes with the territory, I guess.
Absolutely.
But I feel like it's kind of cooked that. I didn't realize until only 2 years ago or so that they killed them once they get into the arena.
What do you mean?
And they have the little swords.
They kill the bulls.
Yeah, at the end, I'm pretty sure.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's just cultural. I think that's just what they do at the end.
Surely they must have so many bulls in Barcelona.
One of the highest bull per capita areas in the world.
But it's not that big. It's Spain.
Look, that's just what I've heard. That's just what I've heard.
We need a third. This is
We
where
need a fact. We could just fact check it right now.
Well, we need a third man to do that for us. Do you want me to do it? I got my phone just here.
Okay. But I'm fairly certain they do. You know, afterwards.
What's it called? Pamplona or something?
Pamplona, yeah.
Do they kill the bulls in
Sorry, guess.
Pamplona?
We must know.
Most tourists who go to the running of the bulls in Pamplona, Spain, seem oblivious to the fact that these animals will be dead in just hours.
Yeah, see? They kill once they get to the arena,
They are often slaughtered immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
During the fights, they are tormented, teased, and terrified.
Yeah,
Dude, this sounds awesome.
they have like these little swords and stuff.
That's
and people
etch.
Yeah.
Well, no, dude, that's just no.
It kind of puts you off going a little bit. I
Totally.
don't know if I want to see that.
Yeah, I
kinda-
wouldn't say that around here if you go into the bulls. Mate.
No, you'll get cancelled in the inner west.
You would,
Mate, it's, see, if you said you were going to the mass dolphin killings in Japan or wherever they do that.
It's like
People-
you all
people would
swim
prob-
and the dolphins chase you, and then they get slaughtered. after.
Yeah, because they do that. I don't know what country. It's somewhere in Asia they do that, and they kill a dolphin. Like, mate, no, people are going, what the hell's wrong with you?
yeah,
But the bulls, different story.
yeah. Well, I'm fascinated with how they have so many bulls. I simply must
Especially if that many are dying every year.
That's what I'm saying. Is it only once a year the run?
Yep.
Oh, I was thinking it was like every Saturday.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's just once a year.
It's not a Wentworth Park dogs race, mate, or a Randwick scenario.
Easily confused.
Yeah, easily confused. I don't think sports bet have a big bull market over there in Spain. But hey.
Well, if they are, that's untapped.
Who
If they
knows?
don't, I should say. That's an
Yeah.
untapped market.
Yeah. True.
Do you reckon there'd just be some like rogue Spanish bloke like in a skirt outside as like a bookie taking
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me.
bets? He'd definitely have a bandana on as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
A detail that
Yeah.
I don't know the relevance of that detail, but sure, he could have a bandana on.
I think
there's a
like,
good chance. There's a good chance.
does bull running?
Do you reckon he'll have shoes on as well?
Yeah, I imagine him having like
Do you reckon?
thongs.
Okay. Yeah.
But like, do you not? Doesn't everyone wear bandanas when you run with the bulls?
I don't. I've never done it before. I don't know. I'm uncultured.
Okay.
I'm an uncultured swine, mate. I don't know. I don't know these things.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm looking to go there and broaden my mind.
Yeah.
So, I'll tell you when I get back, I guess.
Okay. Well, let me know.
Yeah.
And actually, don't say it on here because, like we said, you will get cancelled.
Yeah, I'll get cancelled. That's true.
Sorry. I keep playing with
Anyway,
you. Just want you to look into it.
apart from booking flights, what else happened during the week? Oh, couple listeners also part of the Frack Tack, the team Kody plays for. I debuted.
This is our Div 2 Oztag team. Well covered.
Yeah, I
Debuted?
I debuted in a 14-3 win.
Yeah.
No meat pies.
You know what they say.
What?
If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
I'd love to, I'm sure there's some BP Army listeners out there. How do you feel about Zander's
well, look, it's not permanent. It's a temporary loan deal. I'm
Well-
also playing tonight in their semi-final and grand final.
Is it a bit of a Nofaluma situation where they're like not really sure if he's going to go back or not?
No, I'm going back.
Look,
But reinforcements needed. Our comp is Div 1 comp and yours is Div 2. I know you did beat us, but it was a bad day for us.
I didn't even bring.
That's how I'm gonna chalk it up
I
to.
didn't even bring.
That's how I'm
up
gonna chalk it
Zander's
up.
that on the back foot. He brought it up.
No, I'm just dropping it in the conversation.
Look, granted, we're in Div 2.
Yeah.
I think the match against you guys proved that we're more than just a Div 2 Oztag team.
We won't circle back to it. Happened a couple of weeks ago, mate. It's not very humble of you to bring it up again. But look,
Would you say it's fair after playing for us that our team, resembles like, I don't know, let's say a quarter of a stack of like office printer paper?
Why is that?
Because we're all just white skinny boys. And no one can tag us.
Just all slipping through gaps,
Yeah.
wavering around,
Yeah.
getting those hips moving, gyrating around.
Yeah. Would you say that's fair?
I'd say that's pretty fair.
Because that was honestly how last week's game went.
That was
We tried to pass the ball. Every time we tried to pass, we just lost it. And then every time someone just ran, we would score.
And that team probably fell for some of the worst dummies I've ever seen in living memory or history. I'm pretty sure Kane scored a hat trick. Your roommate Kane.
Yeah.
And every try that he scored he literally just pretend like. But there was no one around him either. He just was like run up and pretend and then.
I don't think that is actually a dummy from Kane. He was saying last week that he will often look over to the person next to him, but he can't pass that far. So I think he like goes to pass and he's like, they're too far away. I can't make that distance. Then he just has to run. Like I don't think it's an intentional dummy.
It's just panic. It's just all panic.
We do have our grand final tonight though. Semi-final into grand final. Got to win the semi first.
Keen for that. Keen for the potential victory beverages after as well.
Yeah. See, I'm a little worried about the victory beverages last night because I think we lose momentum logistically at some point.
In what aspect?
We have to drive to the game.
Yep.
And ideally, you just walk to a pub and start drinking. The fact that we then all have to drive back here.
But you all live within 2 streets of each other. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think it's going to be like, okay, get home, park, don't even shower, just go straight to the pub.
Yeah.
You know?
That's probably a good point.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's going to... I feel like everyone will be up for it. Yeah. If you lose momentum after winning a grand final...
That says more about you.
Yeah, that says more about the personality than, the team.
Yeah. Okay, you're right.
So I wouldn't worry about that.
We should hit the Urco, I reckon.
I'm in agreement.
And that's got nothing to do with my proximity to the Urco.
Yeah.
It's just got a good vibe.
Just got a good vibe.
And a pool table.
Nice.
And it's Tuesday, so free pool.
You'll be all day. Yeah. Keen for that. Should be a good time. On the talk of competition, any of those who play Supercoach out there, I should explain what Supercoach is because my brother asked me what it was and I had to explain it to him because he listens every week. He's like, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
It's pretty much just fantasy NRL. You make a team and you verse your friends in a competition. And it means nothing. However, it is taken with the utmost seriousness and professionalism.
Yeah. And I might add, you score points based on how the players play in real life.
And, you'd think you're watching the movie Moneyball, seeing some statistical analysis going on from some of the blokes in the league when it comes to trades and picking up players. It's astonishing.
And I'll be honest, I think you and I probably have to, just acknowledge that we are
nerds,
the most addicted to fantasy football out of anyone.
It actually sets us back because we go to do this, especially, so we went for a coffee this morning. And that's usually the first thing we end up talking about when we see each other. Yeah. And we will talk about it for, honestly, an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
For an hour and a half. Not even the results of the games, just talking about individual players that we could maybe trade.
Yeah.
And trade scenarios. Again, this actually has no effect on the real world. This is all in our own head.
When you say it out loud, it sounds bad, but I don't know what to tell you. It's just fun.
It is fun.
It's really fun.
It is fun.
Don't we have a prize pool?
Yes, we do. And I won last year. Think nothing of it. But Kody always seems to just weasel his way to a victory against me. He got...
Call it what you want.
I'll throw a little bit lonky this week. But anyway, win's a win. I won't be a sore loser.
I don't think you can discredit the win from the only person who got an auto draft in the league.
Look, I won't, but...
No, it sounds like you're trying to.
I'll let you have it.
Thanks, mate.
I'll let you have it.
Thanks, mate. Got up on Zander in, might I say, emphatic victory?
It was a big win. It was a decent win. You did well. I was sitting top of the table, so you had to play your best to beat me. So, congratulations.
Yeah, well, I'm a big game player, mate.
And after that stunning loss, I'm only second still. So, I'm not.
You'll be right. Turner the little rat beat Tully by like a handful of points again.
Yeah,
he's top.
Yeah, it won't last forever. It's all right.
Yeah, Nico Hines can't take you all the way to the end, mate.
Don't worry. Plenty of try. Didn't help Ed last year. Won't help you this year.
Didn't help Ed.
No.
Really?
No.
Wow.
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 Oh, you know where I went on the weekend actually for
Where'd you
like
go?
an hour?
Where?
Because of our friend's birthday, and we're at the Newport, and then people starting to get kicked out because everyone was a bit sloshed. Never been there before. The Park House,
You've never been to Park House?
and I will not be going back either.
You didn't like it?
No,
Okay. What night was it?
it was Saturday.
Wasn't it not pumping?
No,
I was dead.
it was dead.
Oh.
It was.
I think it could be Park House Fridays. I don't know if it's still a thing. But like every Friday a band would play and it would just be pumping.
Look, it was not great, and I will not be returning.
Okay, fair.
Not great.
Fair.
Yeah, but the birthday was it was real fun. But Park House, it's not it.
Did you you sent me a voice memo on the way there.
Oh yeah, I had to. I was saying, I think I know that I'm getting a bit long in the tooth, getting a bit old.
Yeah.
Because usually if you're on a 20, 30-minute Uber, you probably get a few beverages for the road.
Yeah, well you've been at work, you got to catch up, right?
Yeah. Oh, where was I at work? I think I might have been at work. Anyway.
Yeah, you were. You said I'd just finished work.
Oh yeah.
And I got a bottle of water.
That's right. And then I had to get a bottle of water into me. And because I went to a party before, and then I got the Uber. But I think I was working during the day. Anyway, got a bottle of water instead of. I went into Liquorland and I went, wait a second. If I have this, I'm gonna be rooted.
You didn't even get like a singular little seltzer?
No. And you know how much I love a little cheeky seltzer.
Yeah.
Didn't even put my mitts on one. I just had to go and get a bottle of water. Waited for the Uber.
Wow.
Yeah. Little chug splash. Little chug splash before heading up to the Newport.
Yeah, mini pot.
Yeah. Just had to rejuvenate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was happy with myself on that one.
I've noticed as well, particularly playing summer sport, the like prevalence of like niggles are just like creeping up on the lads. Like even last night, me, Kane, and Age was sitting in the living room, and Age just going, I've got shin splints. Kane's going, I've got bloody plantar fasciitis. I'm like, dude, I'm like a plank of wood when I get out of bed in the morning.
My knees have started playing up.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
They're creeping in. The once fit, unbreakable athletes that me and you are no longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, when it comes to the big dance tonight, I don't think those niggles are going to be a problem. I think they'll be but a distant memory.
I was saying this to Blav at training because I was so sore last week. At the start of training, I was like, mate, I'm cooked here. I don't think I get through training. And I reckon every time I got the ball at my feet, I was like, all of a sudden, you're just not injured.
Yeah. No, I'm sweet. Kody, you have to come off. No, I'm good. I'm fine.
I reckon I'll spend maybe sub 2 minutes on the bench tonight.
Yeah.
And I simply will refuse to go off unless I have to.
You were getting a bit cranky. I didn't realize how cranky you could get during the game.
I get fucking cranky.
You get cranky.
I'm so hyper competitive.
You were also offside every time on defense. I was watching you.
Did I get pinged once?
No, but you were offside every time. I looked across and you were literally 2 meters in front of everyone else.
I'm the Cam Smith of Winnie Park, mate.
Yeah. I was going, wow, that is disgusting.
Yeah. No, I
wanted to call you offside.
I'm just slow to get back. I'm slow to... If he's going to run in my space, I will get back. But if he's going short side, I know he's going short side. I'm going to dawdle back.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You were bad for it. I was watching. I was going, oh my God.
I did give you a bit of a spray as well.
When?
On like the first try that we conceded. Mini spray.
We're also man down.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
And I was 2-on-1.
Yeah, I know. But I did spray you still.
You went, oh, you got to trust him there. I'm like, what am I meant to do? And then you went and like dropped the ball or something when we got the ball back afterwards.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Oh,
You gave the ball away like our next set. We got it back.
Probably.
And then you gave it away. And I was like, come on, mate.
You didn't return serve.
No, I didn't because I could see you were kind of in the zone. I was like, I'll just leave him alone.
Just leave it,
You're getting a bit cranky.
I actually do. I know it's a bad trait. I get hyper competitive in social sport.
Yeah, Div 2 social sport. So yeah. I didn't because I could see you were kind of in the zone. I was like, I'll just leave him alone.
Just leave it,
You're getting a bit cranky.
I actually do. I know it's a bad trait.
Okay. Moving on. We've got love and hate.
Dude, segments are flowing
Segments are flying.
at BFHQ.
We're ready. We've got them ready to rock and roll. No traffic-related notes as well today. So that's how you know we've put some real effort in.
Zed has put his qualms with the tarmac aside.
Yeah,
this
I
week.
have. So I'm ready to unleash some good stuff.
Do you want to go first?
No, you can go.
Okay. My love this week. And shout out to him again, the great man Ryan Phillips. He was away for.
Where did he go?
He went to Hawaii for a wedding.
Oh, you beauty.
And I don't know who he was with, but one of his mates, God bless him, I reckon he posted north of 57 horizontal selfies while they were away. And honestly, there's no, how would I say it? Like, there's beauty in the horizontal selfie, I'd say. Granted, in this situation, it was unironic, but I got a laugh out of it.
It's the vintage selfie because that when the selfie first came about, the horizontal selfie, you only see people 40 plus doing the horizontal.
That's
selfie.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So when someone sub 30 starts doing it, you're like, this is unreal. This is really good stuff. It's like, are you just that out of touch, or are you a genuine prankster? Like, what's going on here?
It's as bad as having a GoPro, in my opinion. It's the same kind of action as well.
Yeah. My Matt Mamo, friend of the show, he loved a, like, I don't know, horizontal selfie at like 2 a.m. at Kick-Ons. He'd go, "Oi, lads, get in." And he'd just get Snapchat up and just get a horizontal selfie of the lads.
So grim.
Just absolutely unreal.
It's so grim.
But honestly, that series of Hawaii selfies brought me great joy during the week.
Yeah.
And I followed Ryan's trip very closely while he was away.
It's the little things.
It's the little thing.
It's the little things. The horizontal selfie. I like that you've got a bit of a niche one. That's a bit of a niche. I'm glad there's a niche. We haven't had a really niche love or hate for a while.
Okay. Well, I tried.
That's a classic. I really enjoyed that. Your hate. I like this one too.
My hate this week, and let me break it down for you. Inflation. We're all talking about inflation at the moment, blaming everything on inflation. I went to 7-Eleven the other day, fresh off a game of Div 5 park football.
Yep.
Absolutely ravenous, mind you. And I was like, maybe I'll just, I don't want to go and spend like $15 at Guzman or something right now. Maybe I'll just duck in and get a servo pie. And granted, in the past, from my memory, servo pies, they've reached the $4 region, which I'm absolutely not happy about, especially for like a traveller pie. Those things are a 4-bite job.
Correct.
I went into 7-Eleven the other day. For a traveller pie, it was $5.
$4.20?
No. Just like the non-brand traveller pie.
That's not on. I would only pay that much if it was a $4.20.
Even still.
$5 is a lot.
Even still.
That's too.
5 of my finest sheets.
Go on.
For a pie? No.
It's not on.
Simply shan't be happening.
Not on.
And I was filthy.
And then money.
And hungry.
And money for sauce as well?
Yeah. No doubt.
I always rack the sauce.
No.
I mean, I always forget to pay for the sauce and walk out.
You borrow it.
Yeah, but I borrow it and you give it back later.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's there for. It's just out in a little bowl, isn't it?
Yeah. The traveller pie though is easily the best out of all the pies.
Agreed.
Yeah, but
it's got like its own unique taste.
Yeah, and the pepper steak one is particularly good, or the
Yeah.
pepper beef one. Anyway,
The traveller pie in high school, $2.40.
yeah,
When did we get to $5?
mate, bloody inflation. Tell you what, it's just not on. It's just genuinely not on.
I'm
and
furious.
it happens every year. What's changed in the year? How does that? Anyway, it's I swear that's the easiest fix. Like, why has that gone up? Inflation, mate. Just how it is.
Yeah.
And then all food places around everywhere have also just went. All food, buying food now is so fucking
Dude, the
expensive from
cafe at the
anywhere.
top of the street, not going to call them out because the staff there are absolutely lovely, but they bumped up their prices. And they bumped up their BLT from $9 to $12. So I'm not talking like a little
50 cent off.
Nah.
Not a 50 cent operation.
$3. What is that? That's like a 133% increase.
No, it's not. Is it?
Yeah.
$3 from $9 is 25%. Wait, $3 up
No,
from
that's right.
$9.
That's right. 9 times.
That's 33. It's
1.33.
1/3. It's 1/3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because 1/3 of 9 is 3.
Yeah. Okay. My bad.
Yeah. All good.
Maths.
Maths on the Barflies podcast. Look, I'm not happy about it.
I'm actually not happy about that either. It is.
And I really like going to that cafe.
It makes it difficult to enjoy the small things when they suddenly become very, very, very expensive. But how is it that much? Because then you can just go to Woolies, and it's dead set a fraction. It's fractional of the price. Like it's so. Anyway, it's not on. It's not on.
No.
And even coffee to an extent is like, what, in the last year, coffee prices have jumped $1.
I rarely pay less than $5.
Rarely.
Just because rarely.
Mm.
Just because I get non-dairy milk.
Well, I now either get a large normal milk or I get small milk of alternate choice.
Okay.
That's my kind of limbo dilemma, which is one of the most, as I say, it is one of the most like wanky things I've probably ever said. Like, you know, first world problem issues. Do I get alternative milk or a large coffee? But, they're my issues.
Yeah.
It is annoying.
Yeah.
Inflation affects everyone.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's the small things, mate.
Affects the common man.
We are the common man. Couple of battlers.
And I'm paying $5 for an oat flatty.
Get out of my face.
Unless I'm getting finger gunned when I get it, I simply won't pay.
Speaking of oat milk, where's your oat chocolate milk that you had on display before that you were drinking while eating savoury Italian pastries? That's quite a mix of flavour that you've got going on.
Dude, shout out to, and I've got to give it to him, Ryan McLean. He jumped on, remember when I was talking about Califia oat milk a couple of weeks ago?
No.
It was my love, 1 week.
Oh, somewhat now that you brought it up.
He went and bought it from the podcast. Califia reached out. And he said it was pretty good.
He
returned served with this so good oat chocolate milk.
As a gift or as a...
No, as a recommendation.
Okay.
And initially I gave it a 7. I said 7 out of 10 because it's never going to compete with Barista Bros or Move or Oak.
Yep.
Just not. But having consumed now the whole carton, really good stuff.
You've thought it twice?
This was like $2.50 for a litre of milk. It's chocolate milk without the guilt.
Well put. Did you come up with that?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow. That is some great word.
That was just off the top of the dome.
Really?
Yeah.
You've not been thinking of that the whole time you've been drinking it?
Promise.
Wow.
It's really good stuff.
I did kind of enjoy
Well,
that.
the thing is, if I even glance at a full cream coffee, I'm already walking to the bathroom.
Yes. Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're already
I'm almost like
shit impending.
I'm like a homing pigeon.
Yeah.
Like full cream milk comes into the room and my stomach starts playing up.
Kody, no.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's good. Like a homing pigeon for the toilet. Oh, fantastic.
Do you want to do your love?
Yeah, okay. If I have to. Love this week. I recently got a new pair of shoes. I joined, I didn't get on the Salomon craze. But I did hop on the Adidas Sambas craze. I will say, though, I did have a pair of Sambas many, many years ago when they weren't in style. But now they're back. And I like them.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I really like them.
They look good on everyone.
Yeah, they do. I saw there was so many people at pitch wearing them as well.
Yeah.
And Salomon. They were everywhere.
Yeah. Salomons are literally taken over the world.
Yeah, they were literally everywhere. So, yeah, just enjoying them. Just enjoying being part of the movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a bit of a rock
predicament.
What is it called? Rock between a hard place?
Caught between a hard place and a rock.
Is that actually?
Yeah.
Caught between a hard place and a rock?
Yeah.
Isn't it rock between a hard place? Or rock in a hard place?
This is one of the biggest tomato situations I've heard in my life. But yeah, continue.
Sounds wrong either way. I think they're really cool, but I don't. And I need a pair of shoes like that. But too many people around me. You, Kate, and Kane all have the exact same pair of Sambas.
Because we have impeccable style and taste.
But that's the 3 closest people to me. That simply rules me out now.
Oh, you're Yeah, okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So you're bandwagoning. You'd be simply bandwagoning.
I would have been anyway, but now it's like, and now you guys can all go, oh no, actually just copy me, which is one of my trademark calls.
Yeah.
So
Weren't you the first to get a pair of Salomons or no?
no way. I won't. Unfortunately, I would love to admit it, but I wasn't.
Yeah, okay. Well, look,
I
this
did
is
in my mind, like I bought them in my mind,
okay.
but I didn't actually buy them
Yeah.
until like many more people had.
Right.
So no.
It's not, okay, thanks. We got there in the end.
Yeah. Just had to clarify.
My hate this week. Now, I didn't realize. Oh my goodness.
It's all right.
Pardon me, Jesus. My hate this week. I didn't realize this until recently. I was going through Instagram and I saw it. But people can buy blue ticks now on Instagram, and I hate that people can do that. I think it's so cringe, so cringe.
How much are they?
I don't know how. I think it's when I looked it up before. It's part of a subscription basis for Meta, so on Facebook and Instagram. I think it said it's about $15 a month, maybe. From my memory,
$15 a month for a blue tick.
I think that is absolutely ridiculous.
How
Ridiculous.
much is a blue tick?
I think it is the most cringe thing. Imagine only like people. I saw someone with 2,000.
$8 to $11 a month.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know what I was reading.
Close enough.
Yeah.
15, 8.
Yeah. I just looked it up before.
I would have thought that would have been like a one-off payment of like $700 or something.
But how like oh my god, are you for real?
Yeah.
I saw someone with 2.5K followers, which isn't like that's a like in in a small social area. Sure, that's like a bit. It's decent. That's okay amount.
But like the hot chick from
your
your high school has more than that.
Right?
You know what
So
I'm saying?
So I was going, that's not really that much compared to a lot of other people. You're at the top of the lowest quartile of Instagram users.
Yeah.
And you buy
I would argue you're at the bottom of like
the lowest quartile.
the lowest quartile of the top. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
The biggest fish of the smallest pond.
Yeah.
And I just find it really cringe.
Because you're not even in the big pond with 2.5.
No, like you're not famous.
You're not even close.
You're not famous, mate.
You're actually significantly closer to the Barfly's 246 followers.
Yeah, I know.
Than,
you are to someone with double what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it is. It's an ick. You know what? If I knew someone, I feel like it would kind of alter how I'd think of someone.
100%.
If they had, 1.1K followers and then they go and buy a blue tick.
Yeah.
You'd be like, come on, mate. You're better than that.
Yeah.
I just find it cringe.
Be better.
I don't know. And I don't know if you can do it ironically. Well, someone probably is.
They'd play it off as ironic.
But you'd still be doing it. You've still got it.
That's not worth the hassle of doing that ironically. Unless, like, I don't know, you did it publicly.
Unless I think if you're a business or a small business, like, sure, get the blue tick. Like, because it probably looks better.
Are we going to get a blue tick?
I'm defending us getting a blue tick. But I just think on basis for just a normal person to get one, and I just think it's a bit silly.
Yeah, that is absolutely outrageous.
Because I think beforehand, I was talking to my brother about it. The only way you could get one is if you had a certain amount of articles written about you or something.
I thought you needed like a minimum amount of followers, and then you had to apply.
Yeah, I think what he was saying was you need a certain amount of media articles about you, and then you apply and you can get it. But now that anyone can just get one, and they did the same with Twitter as well. Elon Musk let people buy them as well.
That's such a scam.
I reckon
that's also just like social climbing to like. Oh mate, that is disgusting.
Yeah,
that is disgusting stuff.
It is. It's cringe.
That's a good hate. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I thought so. I hope people. I feel like if you're a normal person, you would also agree.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, and I saw it, and it irked me.
Again, maybe you're right. Maybe there are circumstances where you're like, hey, I really want to be like, the media person for, I don't know, Volcom.
Yeah.
Saw an ad of theirs before we started the pod.
Okay, go on. Yep.
And to build up your own following and make your application to Volcom more credible as, a videographer, you need that blue tick.
But that's kind of like being that's being like as if you're a small business almost.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you're just,
if you're just Alex from down the road,
who has accumulated a small smattering of followers.
And maybe a 6-pack.
Yeah. Come on. Be real with yourself. Of followers. So, draft today. Kody, what was our draft option today?
Our draft pick for today is worst things to do hungover.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
I really, really like this one. I've got my coin. So, what do you want? Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads it is. You want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. My number one worst thing to do hungover, and this is tied heavily to PTSD from when I drank too many Woodstocks when I was 18 and had to do Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve.
That actually sounds horrible.
So, shopping, particularly Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve after you've had too many Woodstocks the night before.
That is horrible.
It was actually like, I remember being at the mall and just like, like those scenes in the movies where like it's just like a sonar sound coming out of their ears, just just people
like shell shock.
Yeah, like going past you. And you're just like walking through like, it's like, my sister liked this T-shirt. I don't know.
And thinking of gifts is hard enough, let alone on 10% brain function. So that's a good one for number one. I've got work as number one. Going to work, particularly for any of our listeners in hospitality or cafe, more specifically, it is a tough slog. Yeah, a very tough slog. Yeah. Get the bus, get the Uber there in the morning if you're, bit iffy on being over or not, and then you have to endure a 10-hour Sunday shift. Scat as. Yeah. It is. It's not good.
Well, we talk a lot about big players, big games on this podcast, and we also have covered heavily, doing the podcast hungover, going to work hungover. It's tough.
It is hard work. All right, you're next.
This wasn't my number 2, but I'll just put it at 2 because of your other one. I had just getting the bus home.
Oh, I had that in here too.
Like just getting the bus home, getting it to work, using public transport hungover because you have no other option.
Getting home.
You have $17 in your bank account.
Oh, it actually hurts. I had to do that. I had to get an Uber to Wynyard, and then I had to get a bus from Wynyard to home, get changed, go to work. And it was the worst. Oh. It was actually the worst. Horrible.
When was that?
I don't know. It was a couple months ago.
Oh, mate,
shocking. Grim. It was grim as. Okay, I've got doing an assignment / exam.
Nice.
Horrid. I've had to do that a couple of times, and trying to meet a deadline while also feeling dead inside is not an ideal combination.
Well, I would almost say, and stay with me here,
go on,
that the highest form of peace you can reach is like that moment when you're about to go into, like, you've got an exam either tomorrow or today, and you just put your book down and you go, you know what? No more is going to help.
It is what it is.
And I imagine doing that at 5 p.m. the night before and then going and ripping and tearing culminates in like quite a large evening before said exam.
Yeah. You just kind of, there is nothing more or less I can do. I've already made my bed for this assignment or whatever.
And in my mind, I'm already 2 beers down.
Yeah. I've already failed this. So might as well have a good time tonight. Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Nice.
Next.
All right. I've got football on a hot day.
Oh. I like that one. Do you mean genuine exercise as in genuine
activity
as an extension of that?
Aerobic activity.
Yeah.
For sure.
I had that down here as well.
Oh, mate, your draft's going to be a bit backed up, mate.
Yeah. Shocking.
You picked him too low.
Yeah. Shocking.
Yeah. Dude, playing football, well, for me, it's football. Hungover.
Yeah. No good.
Not fun.
Oh.
Not fun. And it's the same thing. It's like when the ball's at your feet, you forget you're hungover. But as soon as it's gone on the other side, your hands on knees,
No trucking back.
head down, mate, no defending.
No, I actually did a game. I've done a couple of games hungover, but there was one game in particular that made me not do it anymore, which was we were playing and had an absolute monster the night. I think I was with you the night before with a couple of our old work people, and I went to the game the next day, and and I was like on the pitch running around, and before the game I had a red Powerade thinking that would undo all of the work I'd done for the night before, and I started running around, and then I had to throw up. I threw up in the middle of the pitch like red Powerade vomit, and the guy's like, the defender on that team's like, "Are you all right? Like, is that blood?" I was like, "No, mate, it's red Powerade. Don't worry about it." And he's like, "Oh, you fucking dickhead!" Like,
That's so good.
so weak. He's like, "You're a weak dog, mate."
Yeah,
He
that's
started roasting me on the field. And I was going, "Oh, this is actually sucks."
Yeah.
And then only moments later, I jumped for the ball, and I got a double cramp in both my calves as I landed. And at this point, I don't think we had any subs this day either. And I was trying to run around. Oh, mate, awful, absolutely awful. So yes, I completely agree with that one.
Yeah.
Is it my go now?
It's your go.
Okay. Family gathering.
Nice.
Yeah,
Tough one.
tough one. Just because, I think just any kind of thing where you requires brain activity, and if you just kind of want to be in a dark room,
Yeah.
you
You just want to be in a dark room on your bed, in your bed.
watching some Netflix or some Sunday footy with a takeaway of some description. A
Yeah.
family gathering is not where you want to be.
No. Well, you got to do the, you got to do the media front when you get to the family.
Yeah.
What
And
are you
then-
up to? How's work? What are you studying? How's it going?
And then everyone's also going to want to, when they find out you're hungover,
Yeah.
is going to want to get into you about being hungover.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the worst
Which-
part about it.
which-
Did you go out last night?
Yeah, which is also, for me, it rings kind of similar to when you're sunburnt and someone goes, "Oh, you're sunburnt. You know that?" "Oh, really, dude? Am I sunburnt?"
What?
"No way. I didn't notice I was red."
Yeah.
Like, I did not notice I was looking like a lobster currently.
Yeah. My internal body temp is like the core of the sun. But thanks.
I had no idea. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a bit of a tangent. Anyway, that's mine.
Nice. My number 4, run into someone from high school.
Oh, again, small talk, chatter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Tough one. No, be honest, that's a head down moment.
And that could definitely combo into your shopping one as well. You could be shopping at the mall, you might be out at a cafe getting a feed in the morning, and you run into someone.
Yeah.
You're just going, "Oh, no, this is going to be a
Yeah.
painful couple
yeah.
minutes." Yeah.
That's hat down, hoodie up.
Fake phone call.
Fake phone call,
scenario.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, mum,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you right now. Not you, mum. The person I'm running
Yeah,
to.
exactly.
I'd love to talk to you, mum.
Yeah. That's a great one. So we're on number 4 now.
Yeah, number 4.
I've got road trip.
Good one.
Getting up early if you have to go on the road trip somewhere. Again, it kind of is a bit travel related to your bus one, but still. And then you got to sit in the
We're
car.
back from a festival.
Yeah.
Having to drive back from a festival.
Which I only did recently.
Yeah.
It's never pleasant.
Yeah.
It is never pleasant.
Mm.
So especially if you go a couple of hours, whatever, it's just scat.
It's tough.
Simply put,
Yeah.
it's scat.
It's a tough ask. My number 5 pick would be eat a spicy chicken korma.
Eat a spicy chicken korma.
Yeah.
The curry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a horrific thing to do hungover.
It would be horrific, but I feel like the results could cure up your hangover. Could just completely fill you up and clear
They
you
might
out.
be uncontrollably aggressive though.
It'll fix you.
But at what cost?
There's a cost for everything, mate. The other thing of that, if you're going to go get an Indian, bloody inflation again, costs about $29 for a curry on
Yeah,
Uber
don't
Eats.
think about getting delivered.
Yeah, don't you? Yeah, even pick up. I don't know. It's so
It's
expensive.
disgraceful. It's supposed to be takeaway, dude, right? Isn't that?
Yeah. Yeah. Shocking. Okay. Last one for me. Going on a date,
Good one.
hungover. Just, again, got to talk, brain function. You got to seem charismatic while there is simply nothing going on inside your head apart from I would love to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
EJ went on one recently where I think both he and the girl he was seeing were like equally as scat as each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I would say from like the recount of the date, the conversation was, resembled close to hieroglyphics in the English language. By the sounds of it.
Which, hieroglyphics is not too much of a stretch for EJ, but for someone to also get to that level, it must have been diabolical for both of them.
Well, she was compatible with EJ, so
Yeah.
put it that way.
Oh, it's, it's nice to find someone, I guess.
What is that supposed to mean?
No, I mean, like, compatibility.
Yeah.
If you both dribblers.
But that's almost like, that was almost like too much. I think it was fire and fire.
Right,
Do you know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah. Right.
EJ definitely needs like water
Yeah.
if he's fire.
Okay. No, you're right. You are right. But that's the draft.
What do you guys think of the new segment, by the way?
I'm liking it.
I'm having fun.
I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying the segment personally.
Yeah.
Let us know. If you want to see us do a particular draft segment, DM us.
Particular topic, particular, category. Let us know.
What is category? Why do you keep saying that?
I don't know. I think I've just heard someone else say it
Is that just a
before.
play on words?
I don't know. I think it just means one single category. I don't know. I heard someone else say it.
Wouldn't one single category just be called?
Look,
category?
I'd heard someone else say it, and I've just adapted it into the segment. Maybe I'll get rid of it next week.
Category.
I'll look it up though. All right, onto the back page.
We don't have notes.
No, those are the same notes that have been there for a year, mate. We're not that desperate today that we have to go into the back catalogue.
Yeah, you're right. Are we at 55?
Yeah.
Jeez, it goes quick.
We're not into the vault. We're not into vault category.
Do we not have any notes, though?
No, that's
I
what I
think
said.
we put them all in the recap, I guess.
Yeah, they all happened during the week. But onto the back page, nonetheless. Some water real quick. I'm fucking dying of thirst.
That's real share house energy, having water out of a wine glass.
Yeah, I quite
Was there anything else in there?
No, there wasn't. This was it. I was surprised there was even a glass bracket clean in there.
Do you know the little thing that the little rice cup that you put in that comes with a rice cooker?
You didn't, did you?
I've had a drink out of that before.
That is crook. That is actually crook.
Yeah, well, I didn't know.
Just use your hands at that point. Wait a second. So you took the rice cooking cup, and then did you sit down with a meal and did you sit down with a meal and watch some TV with your rice cooking cup?
No, I just had it just at the sink.
It's still crook, mate. That's still crook. Just go and buy some cups.
Well,
They're cheap.
we don't have room for them.
We don't have any. So how did you have any room for them before?
We never had any. We've never had any. We've never had any.
You've had some. You've had at least a handful.
I've put plants in a lot of them, to be fair.
Each of you have a mug and a cup each in this house.
No, we have 2 mugs. They're both mine. There's one green plastic cup. I don't know where that came from. And there's like 2 wine glasses.
It's scout.
Anyway, back page.
Back page. Let's get into it.
Should I leave that in? Came from, and there's like 2 wine glasses.
It's scout.
Eels Panthers.
Eels Panthers. Okay.
What a game.
What a game. And this was Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
This is Panthers home games are that is some Thursday night footy. That is the Thursday night footy game for me.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking like a big matchup on a Thursday, easily one of the best games of the week, always.
Yeah.
And the Panthers Eels match was no different. Eels 3 close losses to start the year. People started asking a couple of questions. Then they go and beat the Premiers. Standard Eel. That's the most classic Eels move in recent, like especially the last couple years. Just doing this kind of business, and featured one of the great field goals.
Yeah.
That was, I gasped.
Yeah.
I stood up and gasped.
Yeah.
That was exceptional.
Like the high tackle on the 20, kick for touch, bang.
And on the
pass it in.
commentary, they're going like, "Oh, there's only one play they can do. He's got to
Yeah,
do it. He's got
yeah.
to do it." And then he literally went and did it.
He nailed it.
And then they got the other end giveaway penalty, and then they end up getting the field goal, Mitchell Moses to win. But great
Showed
game.
his worth.
Yep, great game. Ryan Madison back big in for the Eels.
Yep.
Couple injuries as well. Sean Lane will be back in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Oh no, a bit longer. I think around 10. But that's 5. That's
Who plays on the other edge for Para at the moment? Bryce?
It might be Bryce. Cartwright. Yeah. But yes, enjoyed that game very much. Was an absolute cracker. Battle. I was saying to you, maybe I was saying to Nathan anyway. But I always feel like the Battle of the West games, although they drum up the Roosters Rabbitohs games a whole lot as a big rivalry, and they're always a bit like, they get into scraps and everything. The Eels Panthers games are always way better to watch, and in quality, they are always better.
Yeah.
The last couple of years,
The sides are better.
The sides, but it would easily be the best rivalry in the comp at the moment because they've been in the top 4 for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And, went to a grand final versus each other, always seem to get each other in the finals itself.
I think the thing that, like, without discrediting other rivalries like Penrith and South or whatever, Manly and South over the last couple of years has been good as well.
Storm Roosters.
Yeah. The thing that makes the Panthers-Eels rivalry so good is because the Eels are always the underdogs and they seem to keep winning. Like, the Eels have won, like, 3 out of the last 4, right?
Yeah.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Apart from the big one.
Apart from the big dance.
Yeah. So, like, I think that's what makes it so awesome as well. Because you're like, this could genuinely be anyone's.
Could go either way. And the Eels have been doing that for the last 2 or 3 years against big teams.
Yeah.
They just seem to, similar to what the Rabbitohs do as well, on occasion. They just turn up and they'll be dominant.
Yeah, they'll be, like, average against the Dragons, and then they'll just go out and beat, like,
Storm,
the Roosters next week.
Yeah.
You're like, what's doing?
Yeah.
I'm a schmuck.
In what context?
I had Parramatta tipped, and then I watched a Hello Sport Instagram reel only mere moments before kickoff.
What happened?
Eddie was telling me, the Panthers had been down to Kiama for a bonding trip, and they were going to rally and smash.
That is actual dribble.
Smash the Eels. I think it was true. I think they did go to Kiama.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I like that a lot. I'm going to change my tip to Penrith. I was arrogant tipping Parramatta in the first place. Idiot.
I tipped Penrith just because it was Penrith.
I shouldn't have tipped. I had a feeling. I just had a feeling about Para. And I got it wrong. So, whatever.
And on the note of Parramatta, a bit of a whisper going around this morning, about discussions within Eels camp of getting another fullback and moving Gutho to a different position or, well, not club, but moving in position.
Well, they'd want to move him in a different position, but you can't.
Which simply seems strange considering Clint Gutherson, their current fullback and captain, who's one of the better fullbacks going around in the competition. They've been getting into the top 4 pretty consistently. Like, I don't think the fullback is the issue. And also, he's massive on defense, on run meters, and attacking stats. He's like, it's not like he doesn't score tries or get try assists.
Or contribute, yeah.
Like, he does everything. And they want
It's truly bizarre.
X factor.
I need to read a bit more about it. I don't know 100% what's going on.
Well, this is whispers.
Yeah, it's whispers, but
Um,
in saying that, I would love him at the Tigers.
Yeah, you would love him at the Tigers.
It'd be a great signing for us, and I think we should throw everything at him if he becomes available.
He is an ideal suitor.
Yeah,
what you'd need.
He's actually someone who looks like he tries.
As he gets a bit older, maybe loses his pace. You could see him a little bit. You could see him moving positions, maybe.
He's not that fast now, though. He's not even that fast now. Like it. Yeah, maybe. Like maybe late in his career he goes to centre, but I don't know. It's silly. It's very silly from Paramount. And isn't this what they like? Isn't this their whole thing? Like they gave all this money to Gutho a couple of years ago. That's why they lost Papali'i and Reid Marnie.
I know. And then they kept Moses. I thought that was the whole. They want to keep those three together.
Yeah, so did I.
And then Yeah, it's strange. It's honestly, it's strange.
And
I
to
hope
come out after a win as well. It's truly, truly bizarre.
Mm,
Truly bizarre.
it is odd.
I can't imagine Gutho wants to leave.
No, odd, strange times.
Strange times.
Next note, the Knights won. Pretty resounding win against Canberra.
Yeah, surprising.
They didn't kick many goals.
I don't think Jamal played, did he?
Jamal Fogarty, no, he didn't play. Big out for Canberra.
Yeah.
But Greg Marju started. We've been talking up Greg Marju massively on this podcast.
Yeah, we have.
And he came out and he did not disappoint me. He get a double, he get a hat trick.
He did the damn thing. He scored a double.
And, you know, he's just a beast. I don't know how. Well, ever since Dom Young wanted to go to the Roosters, they dropped him, and now they're trying to look for. Well, they dropped him and they put Marju in, but surely you got to have both of them on the same team.
25 runs for 275 meters.
Yeah, he's a machine. How many
10
tackle
tackle breaks.
This is what I'm talking about. He's a beast.
What a beast.
If he's not injured, he is a gun. He is an absolute gun. I thought when he went to the Knights from the Titans, I went, wow, that is a serious that is a steal.
You just let go your best back.
That is a steal. That's a steal. Surely they got to put Dom Young and Marju on at the same time, even though Dom Young tried to go to the Roosters this year.
Did he not end up going?
No. The Knights said no.
But he's going next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's confirmed though.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, I would play Dom Young too.
You got to.
He's they're like their two best players.
And Marju played on Dom Young plays on the right. Marju played on the left at the Titans already. So Marju already plays on that side of the field.
Yeah, and Heimer Hunt's like all right.
He's okay. He's a footy player, but he's no Greg Marju.
He's no Greg Marzu, mate.
Honestly,
when I saw Marzu in the trials, I thought he was Toto. And I was like, why is Toto at the Knights?
because they just big meters, big tackle breaks, score tries.
Yeah.
You know, great player. I think he's so good.
And I have him in draft, 120 points.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Well, that
coming.
helps you. Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
You know. Oh, I'm a big as you can tell, big fan of Big Greg Marshall.
We're a big fan of Greg here.
Just in general though, this round, plenty of good.
Yeah.
Although there was the Dragons
the
got.
Bronx.
Oh, well, that's what I was going to get to. But a lot of close games, a lot of good matchups. The Titans-Cowboys game was also a really good game until Brimo and Kieran Foran both went off. Then it kind of obviously fell apart for them. That's two pretty big outs. And the Dolphins-Broncos game, that was an absolute cracker also.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins are missing Kafusi. They were missing Jeremy Marshall-King.
Sean O'Sullivan
for a bit, and Katoa. No Katoa that game. Milford was playing.
Hung in there.
And hung in there for probably 70 minutes that game. So, full strength. And they're going to miss Sean O'Sullivan for... You're probably not going to be back till, after Origin now.
Yeah.
Because
I was going to say like
full
10, 12 weeks.
Those full pec tears are long, take ages to recover.
They would be a
months.
real mental injury, I reckon. Imagine trying to rehab that and you're just imagining you putting your arm out and your muscle not being able to take the impact. He'll be wigging out about that.
So it's a pretty big injury.
That sucks, dude. I'm devo about that.
Because he was looking good too, and he was getting better and better every game.
Yeah, and he's their guy.
And he is their guy, and he's been backing it up.
Yeah.
So now I don't know where they go from here. Well, they got Milford, I guess, but
he's not a 7.
He's not who he once was.
And he was never a 7, ever.
No, well, he started at fullback and then he went to 6. But look, maybe Milford has a big old second wind under Wayne Bennett, comes back better than ever, rips and tears.
I hope so. I hope the Dolphins keep on kicking.
So do I. And Katoa will be back this week. Jeremy Marshall-King back this week. Kafusi has 2 games left for his suspension. So, it's not all bad news. You know who's been awesome for the Dolphins?
Who?
The Hammer.
Yeah.
He's been sensational. That's the kind of thing where you go, how did they let that guy go, the Cowboys? And, I mean, fair play. Scott Drinkwater had an awesome year last year.
Yeah.
But you're just going, wow.
He was just the one that just had to make way, wasn't he? It's unfortunate.
But they'll be going, he is So good.
Yeah, he's legit.
And finally playing 80 minutes in fullback, not in centre, where his actual role is. Yeah, awesome to see. And on that note, also Tom Gilbert's been playing pretty well.
Yeah, still don't know who he is, but
he'll be playing for Queensland this year, so you better know who he is.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll know soon enough.
Broncos on an extension of that, won again, top of the table.
Yeah.
So credit where credit's due. They have been cracking the start of the year. They were cracking at the start of last year as well, though. And then, of course, they lost 5 games in a row or whatever and didn't make the finals. But I don't think they'll happen this year. They are as long as they don't keep Carrigan. As long as Carrigan's playing, I feel like they're going to be sweet.
Ezra Mam, and I said it last week, but I think his injection into this Broncos side just makes them so much more well-balanced. Like, even if you have Walsh, Reynolds, and Carrigan, you kind of still, because they don't really have a legitimate hooker with the greatest respect to Billy Walters. Like, having a really, really good 6 just makes them such a more intimidating rugby league side.
And a pretty electric young player as well.
Oh, he's awesome.
Runs the ball well.
Like Ezra.
He runs the ball hard, does a bit of everything. I like him too.
Good name.
Yeah, awesome footy name.
Ezra.
Yeah, I really like Ezra Man too. I think he's quite good.
I'll bring this up because I'm going to forget about it. And it just came to me. What's doing with Aaron Woods going to Manly?
Oh my God. That is the worst trade I've ever seen.
Yeah, and you guys get 2 young players from Manly.
Dude, that is not a fair trade. And Aaron Woods had a pretty respectable NRL career, but he's not the player he once was.
No.
And he doesn't even start he's not even really playing for the Dragons at the moment anyway. Like, what do you get him in there for, like, a leadership purpose maybe? But I feel like Manly have plenty. They've got bulk leaders. They got enough. They got heaps.
Yeah.
I find it weird. I find it very strange.
Something's going on there. I saw someone say, this is a world I don't know much about. But I saw someone say, it might have been Guru or someone like that. And he said, like, this is the effect that player managers are having on our game.
In context?
Like, saying that this deal has been factioned by a player manager rather more so than the clubs.
Yeah, okay. By an agent. Yeah, I
don't. Again, I can't elaborate on it. I don't know enough about that realm, but that to give it to I don't know. The way I'm saying it is like looking at this trade on paper, you're going, whose idea was that from Manly? That doesn't make any sense. But then when you go, oh, it was a third party, then I go, okay. Even though I know nothing about this third party, the fact that there's potentially a reason there for this happening makes more sense to me.
Yeah. Well, that makes it
as scary as it is.
Yeah, that makes it a bit more logical as to why the trade would happen. But on face value, you look at it and you go, that is not a good trade.
Yeah. And even if it has been organised by a manager, it doesn't make it a good trade. It's still a horrific trade. He's just sorted Woodsy with like another deal. He has to go and live in Manly for the next 2 years.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Because for the Dragons, although like obviously he, at one point was quite a good player, but his game didn't really evolve. It was just kind of like not get injured and run the ball pretty hard into the line and maybe offload it. Mm-hmm. There's nothing really special about. No, yeah. But at the Dragons, he has been not great. He's been giving away penalties, getting sin binned, etc., etc. Just
real Dragons player.
Yeah, he has. He was at the Tigers for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was good at the Tigers.
Picked up a bit of Tigers DNA and brought it over to the Dragons.
Yeah. I liked him. I never wanted him to.
He was at the Sharks for a while as well.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
speaking of Manly, part of another great game over the weekend.
Yes, they were, and a lot of Manly fans claiming they were robbed. Manly every year seem to have one of these scenarios where they get an apology from the referees. But I'd be jumping on Manly 13 plus this weekend because I swear every time a team gets robbed by the refs, you know what happens next week? They get a couple absolute piggybacks. They get a couple little makeup kisses.
Yeah, nice.
And they're versing
the Knights.
They're versing the Knights as well,
who just got their win out the way. I'd be on Manly. I like that a lot.
I'll be on Manly 13 plus. Is that Brookie?
No, it's at. I think it's on the sunny coast.
Oh, it's at Blue Tongue. Still,
Glen Willow. I'm assuming that's Blue Tongue.
look, I think it could be a big afternoon for Manly's attack.
Dude, Nathan was dribbling in the group chat again last night. I'm like, mate, the forward pass call was in the, what, 30th minute?
Yeah, there's a lot of the game to go.
Like, let's say that wasn't a forward pass and it's a knock on, no one's talking about it. You went up 12-6, you had a chance to ice the game. You didn't.
No, there's still a lot of time left.
I was like, because I heard all this, I was like, oh, geez, I wonder what, I thought this, I just automatically assumed it was like the 75th minute. And I was watching the game back at work and I was like, is that it? It's 6-all when it's the 30th minute. That's what they're complaining about.
It was a bad call though, nonetheless.
It's a bad call nonetheless.
But also in the Para game, only the week before or whatever, Para got called a forward pass, which they would have scored off, and closer to the line, like Clint Gutherson passed out to RCG, got called forward. It was not forward, let me tell you that. They only won that game by 4 points.
Yeah.
And that was in the second half. So, look, ebbs and flows.
And Manly literally had a chance to win. And Cook charged down his field goal.
And also, then they dropped the ball in their own half.
Yeah.
Off the first play, Josh Alloy of the Golden Point, Josh Alloy drops the ball in front of the sticks. They score a field goal, they win the game.
Yeah. So
Mate, sometimes it just doesn't happen for you.
maybe the Manly fans need to watch episode 73 of the Barflies podcast and look inward.
Yeah. Take some responsibility.
Take some responsibility, lads.
Come on.
Last thing for the NRL.
Joseph.
Tigers suck, Dragons suck. Nico's back. Looks good.
Oh, Nico looked absolutely great.
Looked unreal. We'll circle back to Nico because he hasn't, didn't shock anyone on the weekend.
No. He
Warriors
tore apart the worst team in the comp.
Got up again. Warriors are 3-1, dude.
They are. We said they might get the spoon. I said they'd get the spoon this year. They've come back. Sean Johnson has silenced us a little bit.
Yep.
Bit of humble. Put your hand up. I'll eat a bit of humble pie.
Tastes bitter.
Doesn't taste nice, but you got to eat it sometimes. SJ, and I'm happy to see SJ killing it again because Sean Johnson is an absolute legend.
Yep, big fan.
One of the best players in the world at
Great
one
bloke.
point, if not the best at one point.
He got the golden boot, didn't he?
He did.
There you go.
So good to see him doing his thing.
Doing the damn thing.
And, seems like they just got their ticker back a little bit, the Warriors.
Well, I reckon you only have to win like 5 games to avoid the spoon. They're nearly there, 4 games in.
Well, compared to years previous where they're very, they just didn't seem to have it together last year. They just and that was probably a lot to do with them being away from home a lot of the year.
Yeah.
So it makes it difficult. But it's good to see, because every time they play badly and they ascend or descend down the ladder, I should say.
Yeah.
There's always the chat of like, oh, why is there a New Zealand? They're like when they're talking about getting rid of a team, how there's always that conversation once every couple of months of if they get rid of an NRL team, who should it be? And then they get thrown in the mix if they're playing bad. I like how they have the New Zealand team. I really like ever since I was a kid, I've liked the Warriors team. So I'm good. It's good to see them playing well and hope it continues.
Yeah. Lastly,
Joseph Suoliti. Did I say that right?
Yep, you said that right.
Big contract to Rugby Australia. This was always going to happen. This didn't really surprise me when I saw it.
No.
I wasn't shocked. 1.6 million for 4 years or something? Or for each year?
Yeah, something like that.
Something massive money. The bloke will be 22 when he gets there, 21, 22. I think I quite like it. I think it's good. I'm keen to see you want to see Australia do well in Australia.
Yeah.
And you're signing an absolute young gun to the Wallaby side, hoping he can stay uninjured because I would love to see him in the World Cup. And I wouldn't mind seeing a couple other players go in there as well. I actually wouldn't mind it at all.
I'm obviously not in the same boat with this.
I wouldn't mind it. I'd like to see the Wallabies win a World Cup in my lifetime.
Have they won one?
I think the last one they won was, I think they won 1999, which was actually the year we were born, I think, because they lost 2003 to England. I think that's where the famous commentary clip of Johnny Wilkinson. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay, don't worry. But yeah, that's
Look, he goes over there, 25.
He'll come
He's
back
there
and
for
be
3
25.
years.
He'll
and
come
he
back.
goes
He'll be
over in 25.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry.
And he'll be there till 27 if they play the World Cup. And then, maybe he stays. If he comes back, he will be, like you say, 25, 26. And he'll have every club lining up for him.
And bulk cash.
Yeah. And his family set up for life, all that stuff.
So it actually makes a lot of sense, especially since he's played schoolboy rugby.
Yeah. And you can see from both sides, it's like, yeah, you're going to play granted, he has to go and play Super 15 for 2 years, which respectfully.
Yeah.
But you get to play the World Cup and he can come back to rugby league later if he wants because everyone will go crawling back to him.
And you get to play the All Blacks.
Yeah.
Which is, pretty massive, I think, if you were any big footy fan or footy player. If you were, played union, played league. I feel
sure.
That opportunity is massive.
For sure.
But I really think there'll be some other players follow suit. I think this is the start of a couple.
Yeah, I hope. Look, I was going to say, I'm glad it's Suwali, not someone like Cam Murray, because that would suck if Cam Murray left.
But also, I'd like to see Cam Murray play for the Wallabies. I think that would be sick.
I absolutely wouldn't.
I think that would be sick.
I have no interest in it.
I reckon that would be so cool.
Yeah, that's us for league.
That's us for league. The only really other sports notes we have is the NBA. NBA battle for the West playoffs. So they have the playoffs in the NBA. 8 teams go through, and then they have a play-in tournament for the teams who are 7th to 10th. And in the East, it's kind of set. They've got a pretty tight battle in the Eastern Conference for the winner of that, but that is nowhere near as entertaining as in the West right now. There are about 5 teams competing for those 4 spots. 6 teams even competing for 4 spots for a chance just to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it is, and they're all within a game or tying, and they're all versing each other towards the end. So for anyone that is a casual basketball fan or quite likes their NBA, it is such a good time of the season because there's only 7, 8 games left of the regular year, and it's all coming down to the wire now. So it is good viewing. It is great viewing, and all the games have been really, really good quality as well. So yeah, massive. Lakers have clawed their way into 7th.
Nice.
They're in the contention at the moment. I don't know. Do you know who Luka Doncic is?
Yeah.
They're out at the moment. They're 11th, and they were 4th not that long ago, 5th or 4th. The Mavericks,
right.
Dallas Mavericks. So, look, it's absolutely on in the NBA right now. Switch it on. LeBron's back. He played his first game in a month yesterday, so he's come back for finals. Yeah, it's just gonna be a cracking playoff series. I think, just in general, because all the teams in all the conferences that are going to make it are pretty strong. They're pretty good quality teams, and how the Phoenix Suns signed Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
he's out right now, but he comes back in a couple weeks, 2
Huge.
weeks. So him coming back for them will be massive, because without him, you go, oh. I mean, they might get through the second round, but they won't get to the final.
Yeah.
With him,
different story.
different championship. You
Yeah.
think, wow, the guy did it. They could win everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So, look, it's an exciting time if you are into your basketball, into your NBA. So, stay tuned. We'll keep you posted because the playoffs always provide a bit of drama.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Music.
I didn't put it in the notes because I'm an idiot. Dude, been absolutely frothing. Bit of Kylie Minogue lately.
Oh,
Love at first sight.
yeah.
Track
Beautiful.
into the playlist.
Nice. Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked and loaded.
That's us.
That's us. Thank you. Oh, hello. Let me try that again. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We certainly have. Hope you enjoyed the bracket or the draft this week.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed the love and hates recap. We'll let you know how Oztag goes
We'll
next
let you know.
week. You'll be well aware of the happenings of the Oztag final.
Yeah.
But other than that,
My name's Kody.
I'm Alexander, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.